Hey everyone, my name is Jacqueline Saavedra. I am a staff attorney here in Houston, Texas. I work for a nonprofit called Memorial Assistance Ministries, or MAM for short. MAM is a organization really bigger than just the Immigration Legal Services Program, which is where I work. We have many other programs that help people meet their basic needs. So we have, for example, a career services program that help people apply for jobs, go to interviews, things like that. We also have English classes, citizenship classes, an emergency family assistance program that will help people pay rent, utilities in situations where, for example, maybe someone in their home got laid off and they can't meet their expenses for that month. So really it's a much bigger program than just the one that I work in. But where I do work, as an attorney, I am able to assist clients in applying for immigration processes. So for example, I might help a U.S. citizen father apply for their children to be able to enter the country who might be in their home country of Honduras or anywhere in the world, really. So we help with citizenship applications. We also do work permit renewals. We apply the immigration law to our specific clients' needs and figure out how we can help them, right? So our organization has been impacted like many of your schools probably have, and jobs maybe even. So one of the great things about our specific program and many of those programs at MAM is that we've been able to adapt ourselves to continue our business per se electronically through virtual meetings, through telephone meetings with clients. We've also been able to collect documents from clients through our secure client portal, things like that, things that we had never really used before, right? Because it wasn't necessary. We were able to meet with our clients one-on-one. But just like many of you have had to do through your schools or jobs maybe even, we've been able to adapt. So one of the things that I wanted to tell y'all is to continue to do the work that you're doing. Try not to lose any momentum. I did a little bit of research to see what advice I could give y'all, and according to Pew Research, only 9% of high school students have a LinkedIn profile, right? So meaning that if you open up a profile today, you're in a very small percentage of high school students that are actually doing that. So you'll be able to take advantage of that and hopefully make yourself seen, visible to future mentors or employers, right? So I wanted to leave y'all with that tip today. So make sure that you open up a LinkedIn profile, that you take precautions to protect yourself, obviously. So speak to your teachers, your mentors to see what a LinkedIn profile for you might look like, and start figuring out what kind of people you want to connect with on there. And so I did want to talk to y'all about things like, job internships and the shadow days, which are tools that I used whenever I was in the Academy of Finance in my high school. So those things might look a little bit different. You might not be asking for a job shadowing opportunity whenever you connect with these people, but you might actually be saying, can I schedule a 30-minute phone call with you so I can talk to you about what you do at your job, so that you can get your foot in the door with these people that you will hopefully continue building this professional relationship with, that could hopefully then lead to something like an actual job shadowing or an internship, right? So start building those relationships now virtually. Don't lose any momentum. Do so safely and speak to your mentors and teachers to see how it is that you can set up a LinkedIn profile for yourself. So I already talked to y'all about what our organization is doing to adapt, but I do want to give y'all a heads up. I think that your experience through COVID-19 and hopefully the way that you're adapting is only going to help you for these jobs prospects in the future that you will have. I think that a lot of our jobs are going to be going virtual, and we're going to be using a lot more technology. So I hope that you're able to see the bright side and what it is that we're all going through right now, and that you're able to stay ahead of the curve so that you can adapt to these programs and technology hopefully faster than we can, so that you can teach us how to use it. I want to give advice to those high school students out there that might be thinking about a career in law. It is a big investment. I had to go to undergraduate school or college for 4 years. I happened to major in political science and also Spanish. But just keep in mind that if you want to go to law school, you don't have to major anything in particular. It doesn't have to be English or political science. It can be whatever it is that you're passionate about, whether that's in science or the arts, whatever it is. You just need a bachelor's degree. You then take the law school admittance test, which is otherwise known as the LSAT. Then you start applying, right? But you do need that generally 4-year degree. You go to law school for 3 years and then you graduate. And then if you want to be a practicing attorney, then you have to sit for something that is known as the bar exam, that is administered state by state, right? For example, I started college in 2009 and I graduated law school in 2016. So it's a long-term investment. I would definitely encourage you all to reach out to attorneys that you might know through people at school, or if not, then that's where LinkedIn comes in, because you'll be able to search for attorneys in your area. But the beauty of going virtual is that you don't have to be limited to attorneys in your area. You can probably reach out to attorneys all across the country that are practicing in whatever it is that you're interested in. So don't be limited by that. I think that's one of the great things about going virtual nowadays, is that you'll be able to reach out to anyone and say, hey, can I borrow 30 minutes of your time? I would love to get on a phone call with you and just ask you questions about your journey to becoming an attorney, right? So take advantage of that, open up those LinkedIn profiles, and start setting up phone calls and building those relationships as safely as you can. I was also asked to talk about something of a challenge, right? And I was asked if I would ever consider changing career. So I think this is one of the important things of job shadowing and early on being exposed to as many careers as possible within the field that you're interested in. I believe that I love what I do. I love practicing directly with clients, but eventually one day I would like to start working on policies, right? So really starting to affect change in a more broader manner. But I do find a lot of value in what I've done to really get to know what immigration policy looks like, right? So my advice to you then is really just to expose yourself to as many careers and fields as possible, and take advantage of the fact that everyone's home right now. They're probably looking forward to meeting new people and talking to you. So don't feel shy about reaching out to someone in a LinkedIn message and saying, like I said, I would love to borrow 10 minutes of your time, or 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is that you might think would be a good conversation for them to have. So if you have any questions, I am on LinkedIn as well. You can definitely follow up with me there. I'd love to answer any questions that y'all have. And I hope that y'all stay safe and keep momentum building.